Hello guys, Robot1 here, coming to you with a new Yu-Gi-Oh video, and in today's Yu-Gi-Oh video, we are doing the future of Yu-Gi-Oh, where we talk about archetypes, decks, cards coming out later on in the game, see how good they're going to be, and basically just take a look at them. So today, we're going to actually be looking at the new Therions archetype. This is a more basically albaz slash dogmatical lore coming out in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh, and I'm really curious to see what it is, because, well, from the looks of it, there's like a giant guy on my screen with Super Saiyan hair and giant fists, and seeing as we've already had like the Springans that had that giant mech guy, I'm kind of curious to see what exactly this is going to be about. So we're going to be taking a look at this archetype today. We're going to see how good it is. Hopefully it's good, because all the dogmatical lore archetypes except for Springans have been really good archetypes, and well, and now the Ice Jade archetype, those are the only two that haven't really been good. But I would love to see a new really good archetype from the dogmatical lore, because I really do love the lore of the dogmatical, because it's just such an interesting story and interesting tale that they're spinning through lore and card archetypes. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it, look at these cards and see how good they're going to be. So the little text they have here is the one where Kitt and Springans go to take part in alien mecha gladiator combat or something, I don't know. Okay, Yu-Gi-Oh organization doing their thing where they be little jokers. And Therion means beast in Greek. Okay, so these are gonna be like beast warriors maybe? Okay, so the first one is a level 7. Okay, normally the lower levels are first when it comes to organization, but maybe this is the main card, so let's see what it does. So we've got Therions, Bulls in, Fire Warrior effect, 2100 attack, 1600 defense, level 7. First effect, you can target one Therions monster or warrior monster in your graveyard, special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, equip that target to this card. Okay, so it's generally very easy to summon, where you just go ahead and target a warrior or another Therions monster and then just equip it to this, and then you get to special summon it. Well, you special summon it then equip. Second effect, you can target one Therions card you control and one card your opponent controls, destroy them. Okay, so if you equipped a Therions monster, then you just get to go ahead and pop 2 cards on the board, including your Therions monster, and then you can potentially summon more Therion monsters from your hand. Pretty good. And third effect, a Therions monster equipped with this card gains 700 attack and the second effect of this card's name. Wait. What? wait. A Therions monster equipped with this card gains 700 attack and the second effect of this. Oh, okay. So if this specific Therions monster is equipped to another Therions monster, then you can go ahead and give the second effect of this, where you can target one Therions card you control and one card your opponent controls and destroy them. That's actually kind of cool. Like, it means that when you equip this to a monster, it means that they're gaining the effect of the equipped card, which is actually kind of interesting, plus an additional 700. That's actually pretty good. I like that. I like the idea of this archetype so far. What's the next one, though? Okay, this one is also level 7. So they're all going to be big leveled monsters. I don't really like that, but we'll see what they do. So this is Therions Leaper Fam. And this is a Water Aqua effect, 1400 attack, 2500 defense, level 7. And the first effect is you can target one Therions monster or Aqua monster in your graveyard, special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, equip that target to this card. Okay, so they've kind of got themes going on along with them. So if you put this in a specific deck, maybe, where it's like an Aqua deck, or you want to play this one in a Warrior deck just to have a pop, you can do that, which is actually kind of cool. Just having them for specific archetypes, also being able to be used in their own archetype, which is actually kind of interesting. Like, it's very different to normal. But its second effect is, during your opponent's turn, quick effect, you can target one Therions card in your spell and trap card zone, and one card your opponent controls, return them to the hand. Not gonna lie, that's pretty decent. Like, a quick effect compulse is really, really nice. And for instance, if you equipped like the lovely Bulls here, then you can go ahead and return Bull to hand, return something your opponent controls to hand, and then next turn you could just summon the Bull again to have it pop again, and you could then equip this to it, and then you could just keep looping that sort of thing, which is actually kind of nice. Like, you basically go, first you summon Bull, Bull dies, then you summon this, then you return Bull and something your opponent controls, and then you summon Bull again. So at least you've got a concept there that can go back and forth in a little loop, which is nice. Well, it's not a loop because you can't continuously do it, because once you've used the Leaper, you can't really get the ball back in hand. But It's a cool concept nonetheless, and its third effect is a Therions monster equipped this card gains 700 attack, and the second effect of this card's name. Okay, so it seems like they're all gonna have that little text there, where they have a special summon effect where with a Therios or a specific attribute or type that they have, and also a equipped effect where they can give a monster their second effect. That's actually kind of interesting. Like, they're trying to make it very different, and I really like that, because I always like these unique concepts that Konami makes, so that's really cool. And this is a level 8. Okay, is this going to be any different because its level is higher? So this is Therions Duke Jewel, and it's a psychic effect, 2100 attack, 2800 defense. First effect, you target one Therios monster or one psychic monster in your graveyard, special summon this card from your hand if you do equip it. So same as before. Second effect, while you control an equipped card, Therios monsters you control cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. Wait, so if you control an equipped card, all your Therions monsters you control cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effects? That's pretty nice. Just having an entire board protection is always going to be a really good effect in Yu-Gi-Oh! Because as long as your opponent can't destroy all your monsters, then you're just going to win the game. And if they can't Raigeki you, and if they can't do anything along those lines, then 9 times out of 10, that's going to be a good archetype. So already really strong, and because it's third effects from the looks of it, they're going to gain 700 attack and also gain the second effect of this card where they're all protected. So if you get this card in the graveyard, then you can just equip it to something, and then your Therions monsters can't be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. That's really good. Like, that's nice. Like, honestly, they're making a lot of really interesting things here, and I'm loving it. Like, I really do love what I'm seeing here. Okay, so let's see what we've got next. So we got another level 8. Okay, so Therions Lily Bore, Wind Plant effect, level 8, 2400 attack, 2500 defense. First effect, you can target one Therions monster or one plot monster in your graveyard, special summon this card from your hand and equip that card. Second effect, the one that actually matters, you can send one card from your hand or field to the graveyard, add one Therions spell or trap from your deck to your hand. Not bad, not bad. That's actually pretty good. And the third effect is a Therions monster equipped with this card gains 700 attack and the second effect of this card. So pretty much you're going to always have a guaranteed way to search your spell and trap cards if this card is in your graveyard, which is really nice. So you're always gonna have the way to search your spell and trap cards. You do actually have a loop because of this. Like, you have a loop with this and actually any Therions card, because of my brain realized later on that if you do equip this to something, the monster's gaining a second effect, so you can keep looping the leaper. So you have an every turn. So far you've got a board protection, you've got an every turn compulse for your opponent's board and an every turn pop for your opponent's board, and you've also got an every turn search for your opponent's board. Well, an every turn search. So this archetype seems pretty decent. Like, just a ton of free summons, just a ton of everything. And the only thing, the only weakness that I can actually see from this deck now, seeing as it's just every equipped card and every card in the deck has every effect that every monster has, is you only need to get one in the graveyard to actually let this go off. So if you can have like a Foolish Barrow in your opening hand, or if this deck has a way to just send the Therions to the graveyard from your deck, this archetype is going to be absolutely insane. So yeah, so you've got the way to search, you've got a boost, and what is the next card, which is an Earth level 8 again. So we've got another level 8, 2800 attack and 16 defense, and it's an Earth Machine. Okay, so first effect, you can target one Therions monster or one machine monster in your graveyard, special summon this card from your hand, equip that card to this card. So basic stuff for this deck so far. Second effect, when your opponent activates a card or effect, quick effect, you can send one Therions monster card from your hand or field to the graveyard, negate that effect. Wait. A Therions monster equipped this card gets... Yo! They have... So, wait. They have an every turn compulse. They have an every turn negate. They have an every turn destruction. They have an every turn search. And now they have an every... This deck has a lot. Like, honestly, this deck is really cool. Like, and from the looks of it, you don't even have to have an extra deck for this card, for this deck. Like, you could just have one sitting on the side with like Dingirsu, maybe OTK pieces, stuff like that. But everything else, you don't need. Like, this is actually really good. Like, the monsters in general are just really sick, because you've got a board protection, you've got a searcher, you've got a negate, you've got literally every turn compulse for your opponent and an every turn pop for your opponent. Like, I really think this deck is good. Like, wow. First impressions, like, it's been a while since I've seen a high-level deck that's pretty much this good. And it's an equipped deck which you don't see every day. Like, the last good equipped deck, which wasn't really an equipped deck, was the Infernobles, but this just takes the cake. So, King Regulus, this deck is very good. Okay, so let's see what the spells and traps do now, because we've gone past the monsters. Let's go on to the first one, which is a field spell, and it has Kitt. Look, it's Kitt. So this is the side story of Kitt, as we got from before. But I thought Kitt went with Albaz. No, she didn't. She didn't go to the Ice Jade City, did she? So this is actually cool. So we get to see Kitt on her own little adventure with the Springans. All right. So what is this called? So this is Therions Ring, the Colosseum Saucer. Okay, so as it said, aliens. Cool. So you can only activate one card of this card's name per turn. When this card resolves, you can add one Therions card monster from your deck to your hand. Okay. So now they have given us a search spell. So you can search twice with one card now. Good to know. Second effect. Once per turn, if a monster you control would be destroyed by battle, you can send one Therions card or one Perpetual Engine Astro System from your deck to the graveyard instead. So, well, you've got now. So let me get this straight. You've got battle protection. You've got destruction, effective protection. You've got searches. You've got negates. What doesn't this deck have? Like literally, what doesn't this deck have? Like, seriously. And I'm curious what this Perpetual Engine is, because that could be a really good card as well. Because so far, every card I've seen in this archetype is very, very strong. Okay, so third effect though. Once per turn, when a monster is destroyed by battle and sent to graveyard, you target one Therions monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. So you got ways to protect it. And wait, you can only activate one card with this card. Yeah, so you've got ways to protect it, you've got ways to return it to your hand, and you've got ways to search with it. This field spell, this entire archetype is amazing. Like, I really think this is strong, and it's really hard to find stuff like this with Konami. That's just really, really strong. Okay, oh my god, like, jeez. Like, what's the next one? What's the next one? So we got a lovely anime sprite spirit thing in the sky. Okay, it's probably a hologram, knowing the types of things though. So Perpetual Engine Astro System. So this is the thing that you could send from your deck to the graveyard instead. Alright, so what does this do? Send one Therions card from your deck to the graveyard. It's got a Foolish Burial. This deck is sick. Oh my god. So this deck has a Foolish... Is this a normal spell card? This is a normal spell card. Like, you've got a Foolish Burial. You've got a Field Spell Searcher that protects. You've got negations. What more could you want in this deck? Like, literally, what more could you want? Like, you have everything to set up. Second effect. If this card is in your graveyard, you can target one Therions card in your graveyard, add this card or that card to your hand, and place the other on the bottom of the deck. Wait. So, if this card is in your graveyard, you can literally target one other Therions card in your graveyard, and either add the card in your graveyard to your hand, or add this to your hand to Foolish Burial. What the hell? Konami! Like, this you know what? This archetype is sick. Like, there is so much potential with this archetype that I can see, and I'm really, really loving it. Like, you've got so much recursion, you've got ways to go off with the deck, you've got everything you could potentially want. Like, the only weakness I can actually see with this deck is if you open a hand with all 5 of the monsters and you just can't use any monsters. Like, that's the only weakness I can actually see with this deck. And even still, it's fine because of as long as you can get one in the graveyard via any means, you're good. Like, this is really, really strong. Okay, and they have another spell card. What does this do? And this is with the Therions going off against the Springans. Okay, like this is cool. Like, it's Springan going off against the Therions here. I'm curious. So Therions Charge, normal spell card. Send one Therion card or one Perpetual Engine card from your hand or face-up spell and trap card zone to the graveyard. Draw 2 cards. Are you joking? They have a draw spell too? They have a draw... Oh my god. They have a draw spell. They have a Foolish Burial. They have a draw spell. They have continuous... Konami. I get it. You want to make main deck monsters a thing, but do you have to go this far? Like, this is insane. I want to build this. Like, this is going to be the next Duels and Deck profiles, guys. Like, seriously, I'm making the next Duels and Deck profiles on this. Seriously. But Jesus Christ. Okay. And, well, they're just decking each other in the face. Like, you got the Springans, I can't remember his name. He's the big one versus, what was his name? Therions? No, it's not Therions. It's Regulus. He's the king, and he's just having a fight with him straight. Like, that's cool. What does this do though? So this is a normal trap card. If this is as good as the rest of the cards, because I didn't see a single bad card, then yeah, this is going to be insane. So first effect, well, only effect actually. When your opponent activates a monster effect while you control a Therions monster, activate one of these effects, or if you have a perpetual engine system in your graveyard, you can activate both in sequence. So negate that effect, banish that monster. Are you joking? They've got a negation trap that also banishes the monster? And you can do both? Wow, okay. Okay, I have not seen a single bad card in this entire archetype. Konami, I love this. I love this. This is so cool. This is really cool. I love this. This is such a good archetype. And what's the final one? Kitt cheering him on. Kitt is cheering him on, trying to get him up. Alright, what does this do? So this is another normal trap card. Its effects are: first effect, target one Therions monster in your graveyard, special summon it, then you can equip one Therions monster from your hand or graveyard to it. You got a monster, you got a Call of the Haunted too. You got a Call of the Haunted too. Okay. Okay. Cool. Second effect, during the main phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one Therions monster you control, and if you do, you can target one Therions monster you control and one in your graveyard, equip the targeted monster in the graveyard to that target you control. This archetype, this is a Call of the Haunted / a way to just equip more. Like, it's got a banish effect. Like, this archetype is so good. And seeing as they're not even hard ones per turn, well, actually no, they are. You can only use the one effective once per turn. But like, this archetype is insane. I really just cannot believe Konami made this, because this, like, I really like this archetype, because you've got battle protection, you've got effect protection, you've got negates, you've got searches, you've got pops, you've got compulsors, you've got foolish burial, you've got searching, you've got literally everything a deck could possibly want. And I just love that. I love the idea behind this deck, and that is so cool to me to see that Konami have made a deck like this that literally can just go off really easily when you really think about it, and just has so much built into it that it's insane. So guys, what do I think of this deck? What do I think it's going to be? I could see this deck being meta. Like, you mix this with anything. You mix this with, like, Invoked, because this deck doesn't need to normal summon. You can just go off from there. You mix this with any engine, maybe a Wind Witch engine if you don't just want more special summons. Then you can just go with that and have a Crystal Wing. You mix this with anything in the game, and this will be a meta contender, because just the fact that the amount of consistency in this deck is there, and the amount of protection in this deck is there, it's just such a good archetype. And with me thinking that, that's all I have to say, because this deck, it's drawn me speechless to see that Konami have made something this good when you really think about it. And I'm just really happy to see that Konami have made something just so insane. But guys, thanks so much for watching. I'll be probably making a Duels and Deck profiles on this soon, so please keep a lookout for that. And if you did like this video, and if you do like the Therions, please tell me your thoughts and comments on them in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions. But guys, that's all I have to say about this archetype. Like, honestly, it's really insane. And please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Robot1 signing out. King, you be good. You be good. Like Regulus, King Regulus, you be good cuts. You'll be good cuts. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later, all.